What's going on, people? QTS, and we are back with another vlog, and today we is going out for a drive. Okay, we're gonna go out for a drive, and I'm gonna give you a little introduction on what it's like to drive a HGV, things that we look out for, kind of positions we want to be in and stuff like that. Okay, I'm gonna try and do my best to make a proper recording. Okay, we got our camera lady over here. This is a bit shy, camera shy, but we're gonna do our best. Okay, hopefully soon we will have the cameras on the sides and things like that, but I'm just gonna give you guys a little introduction on what it's like to drive out there. Okay, so without further ado, let's get it, man. Okay, so what we want to do, cockpit drill. First of all, cockpit drill. Okay, you want to make sure your seats in a position where you can see the road ahead of you. We don't want to be driving like this. Okay, so we want to make sure we're comfortable. We want to adjust our mirrors whereby we can see the full length of our trailer and what's going on behind us. Okay, yes. Okay, I got a little distracted there. And we do not want to forget our seatbelt. Okay, a lot of you guys don't like to wear your seatbelts, but we're gonna have to wear our seatbelts every time we go out for a drive. Okay, so without further ado, let's hit the road, Jack. Okay, so here we are. Okay, we're gonna start off with our moving off procedure. Okay, so on your test, the examiner is gonna say to you, pull up on the left when it's safe to do so, and once you parked up and stopped, he's gonna ask you to move off when you're ready. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off with our moving off procedure. As we're stationary and as we're parked by the curb, we're gonna start off with the moving off procedure. Okay, so what we want to do, we want to check our mirrors beforehand. Left, right mirror check, blind spot being over your shoulder. Don't just move your head like that here. Blind spot being over your shoulder. We want to make sure it's fully clear, nobody's hiding down the bottom over there. Yeah, we ain't got no curbside mirror as you can see on this side, so we want to make sure it's absolutely clear. Okay, we want to leave it in A. Okay, you don't want to put it in neutral at any time during your driving test. Okay, just leave it in A, which is basically drive for a Volvo. And as soon as you're ready, as soon as it's clear, we're going to indicate, check our mirrors. Once it's clear, boom, away we go. Here we go. Okay, so we have hatch markings in the center of the road. We can use hatch markings so long as there is a broken white line on the outside. Okay, if there's a solid white line on the outside of a hatch marking, it is considered a hazard. Okay, so we don't want to cross those solid white lines. Okay, so we're driving down the road, we can see traffic building up, red lights, and we don't want to get too close to any stationary vehicle or even a vehicle in motion. Okay, any vehicle that's driving, okay, we don't want to get too close. About vans length apart, transit vans length apart, it's fine. In case they do break down, we can't go with it. Okay. Okay, so as we're driving along here, I expected this guy to move out then. Okay, so a lot of guys are going to see our L plates and they're just going to rush out into the road because they know we're a slow moving vehicle. And over here we can see pedestrians. You never know, they might just cross. You want to just slow down just slightly. And okay, so further on the left you can see that black taxi cab. It is causing obstruction, so we want to keep a safe distance away from it. Okay, you don't want to get too close, you want to keep a safe distance away, and once we're ready we can move off. Okay, you want to use your signal and move off when it's safe to do so. One of the things with HGV drivers, okay, forward planning is very, very important. You want to get into the right position early. You want to notice any kind of hazards, any kind of obstructions in the road. You need to notice them early. Okay, you don't want to just blindly follow the vehicle ahead. You want to make sure you're constantly observing the road ahead of you. Okay, things like this is normal. Okay, you could just cross the road without looking, without caring the world. Okay, they're not going to be marked down, are you? You're going to be marked down. Let's be careful. Okay, so things like this, any unpredictable behavior, you want to start slowing down and be prepared to stop. We don't know what he's going to do. Okay, you guys just pulled a mad maneuver coming on our side of the road, and he's trying to park up there. But yeah. Okay, so you gotta expect these kind of things. Okay, so further on the left, I can see a car parked up, and I am gonna have to use the opposite lane. Okay, so first of all, I want to check my mirrors. I'm gonna indicate, and I'm gonna come over. Okay. Okay, so we can squeeze through that. There's no need for us to be hanging about. Okay, so I've not seen this before, so this is new. Seems like they're doing some kind of road works. Okay, so we want to make sure we're not preventing the flow of traffic. And once we come to a safe stop, we want to apply our handbrake. Okay, so further on, I can see a bus there, and there's cars parked up on the left. That's going to be extremely narrow now, and I've got green lights. So what do we do here? Our best option is to just wait. So further on, if the lovely lady can zoom in, you can see that is way too tight for us to try and get through. So just because it's green lights doesn't mean we go. Okay, we only go when it's safe for us to go, or when we're able to go. We don't just follow the car ahead. We don't just go off a green light. Okay, we want to be very careful as we're driving this. Okay, so there's no rush at all. Don't rush it. Just because the examiner is sitting next to you, do not rush. So had I been parked a little further up, I probably would have been causing an obstruction there. Yeah. Left, right mirror check, blind spot, and we move off. Okay. So further on, we can see that the road ahead is clear. It's a clear, wide open road. I can stick to the speed limit of 30 miles per hour. Okay, so now further on, I can see traffic's building up, red lights. I'm just gonna start braking nice and early. Okay, one thing with HGVs is your examiner is gonna assume you're carrying 26 tons or a heavy load, a full load, fully loaded trailer. When you have a fully loaded trailer, you need to brake early. Okay, you want to brake very, very early. You can't just brake abruptly. Okay, you need to brake gradually and slowly. Okay, here we go. Okay, again, red lights, and I'm braking nice and early. We do not want to be braking sharply at all. Okay. Again, we want to notice hazards, hopefully before they happen, or we want to see a potential hazard as well. Okay. So on this straight road, we can see red lights up ahead. There's no point in me putting my accelerator down and trying to bomb it through, okay? It's not gonna happen. Okay, so it's nice and easy. We're gonna come through, traffic's moving now, yeah? We're gonna indicate and we're gonna turn right. Okay, so just before we turn right, or as we're turning right, you wanna look to the right, okay? You wanna look for any instructions or obstructions. Okay, we still got green lights and we can go ahead, okay? So just before you turn that right, you want to look for any instructions or obstructions on the right, okay? You don't just take turns without looking. Okay, you don't just be taking turns, you don't be turning left and right without looking left and right, yeah? You want to make sure that the road that you're going down or want to go down is clear and safe for us to go. Okay, we're gonna take a left turn down here. Get our indicator on. And away we go. Okay, so you can see on the road markings on the floor, it says 30 miles per hour on this road. But is this a road that you could do 30 on? Maybe not really, yeah? A lot of cars, residential area. Safest speed for, and you got humps as well, so the safest bet for us is around 20 miles per hour. Absolutely max 25 if the road is clear, but again you do have humps as well, so you don't want to be speeding then slowing down and speeding and slowing down, okay? You want to keep it gradual and steady the whole way through. Again, you want to drive economically, not recklessly, yeah? It's not a racing car. It's nice and easy. Okay, so further on we've got a roundabout coming up. So on the roundabout you can see a yellow bollard. If the lovely lady can zoom in, you can see a yellow bollard in the middle of the road, okay? Anytime you see a yellow bollard, it's an indication that it's going to be a tight turning up ahead, okay? So we've got our yellow bollard. She can zoom out now, okay? And we're going to go straight over 12 o'clock, okay? We're going to take the second exit. First thing we want to do is we want to come over to the right, okay? We want to come over to the right. Just gives us a bit of extra room to play with. We don't want our trailer to mount the curb, okay, on the left hand side. So we want to start off on the right and then we want to take the roundabout once it's clear. Okay, so this is a fairly tight roundabout. Whenever you have a tight roundabout, okay, a very tight road, you want to make sure you keep to the left as much as possible. Okay, so how we're going to take this is like so. Once it's clear, is it clear? No, it's not. Okay, you want to do it slowly and steadily. There's no rush, okay? There's absolutely no rush. Take your time with it. Once it's clear, left, right, mirror check, blind spot, and we'll take it, okay? So we want to come over to the left as much as possible. Indicate as we pass the junction. Keeping to the left, but keeping an eye on the right at the same time, okay? Quick glances. Nice and easy, no rush. Past the yellow bollards, come over to the right, slightly and back over to the left, okay? So there's no rush when you're doing these islands or turnings, okay? Just take your time, make sure you do it safely, especially when they're as tight as that, okay? You do not want to be rushing when you got, okay? So this island up ahead, okay, very notorious island, okay? This is very, very busy here, extremely busy, okay? You do not want to rush once you're on this island, okay? You want to take your time and only go when it's safe for you to do so, okay? So there's a lot of ninjas on this island, and I say ninjas because they come out of nowhere. They just be ripping it around, and before you know it, just as you're ready to go, boom, another car comes out of nowhere, yeah? So we want to keep an eye out for these ninjas, yeah? Okay, it's nice and clear. Lucky for us, it's a bit late in the evening. Everyone's gone home, okay? So happy days. So further on, we can see that the lane merges into one. Just keep your eye on your left mirror, make sure it's clear. Once it is, you want to give a few ticks over on the indicator and move over to the left. Okay, and again, up ahead, the lane will merge. We want to give a few ticks over to the right, just before we get to the end of that merge. Okay, so as we're driving down this road, it's clear, okay? It's hardly anyone about, but again, ninjas, man, ninjas can come out anyway, yeah? So you want to be very cautious, even though the road is clear, it's empty, okay? Anyone can come out anyway, okay? Some motorcyclists just can come from behind you, try and cut you up from the inside, you know, God knows what, man. People are crazy out here. Okay, so nice and easy, be very vigilant, always check your mirrors every 5 seconds. You know, every 5 seconds or so you want to check your mirrors, okay? Make sure no ninjas are coming up from behind you, yeah? Okay, so nice and easy around the bend, and again we can see that the road bends to the right. We want to keep to the left. You want to make sure that your trailer doesn't go into the opposite lane, okay? So keep to the left, keep my eye on the trailer, make sure that doesn't go over. And now it's bending to the right. It's bending to the left, so we want to keep to the right, yeah? Just slightly. Further on, we got green lights. Remain green. Point of no return, and we can take it. Okay. So your point of no return is basically, it's safer for you to carry on rather than stopping. Okay. Again, your examiner is going to assume you got a 26-ton load in the back, and if you just brake sharply like that, abruptly on the lights, okay, your load can come flying forward. And it's gonna feel like Tyson's is giving you a few digs in the back of your head, yeah? And chances are you ain't gonna survive Tyson's digs, yeah? Especially us normal civilians. So you do not want to do that, okay? So again, just be cautious when you get to lights, okay? Okay, we're gonna take a left turn here. Okay, just set traffic lights, and again, anytime you're taking a left turn or a right turn, you want to look to your left to see if there are any instructions or obstructions. Okay, sometimes you don't see any obstructions until you're actually making that turning, and then some genius is parked up on the left. You know, anything can go wrong, yeah? As you're coming around, making sure that it's clear on the left. Is it clear? Yep. And we're going to clear, tractor unit, and then make that turn. Okay, general rule with the tractor unit, okay, it's not with every turning, but on some turnings, if you can clear your tractor unit, you can generally make that turning, okay? So as long as you clear your tractor unit, you can make that left turn or right turn, whatever it may be. Yeah. You don't have to wait till you drive forward and reach halfway down your trailer, then make that turning, okay? As long as you can clear your tractor unit, you can make that turn. Okay, as we're driving down this road, residential road, it looks like it's clear, okay? But then what happens? Boom, humped zebra crossing, okay? Anytime you're coming down a residential road like this, keep your eye on road signs. You want to constantly scan the road, okay? So it's a hump zebra crossing. So if you didn't see that road sign and you're driving at 20, 25, 30 miles per hour, your truck's gonna, you know, reach Mars before Elon Musk does. Not only that, your examiner's gonna give you a few things, and your instructor's gonna give you a few things, because you'd have smashed up your suspension, yeah? So you do not want to be doing that, okay? Nice and easy as it come through. Okay, hatch markings. Yeah, use the hatch markings, right? So anytime there's broken white lines on the outside of a hatched area, you can use it, okay? If there's a solid white line on the outside of a hatch marking area, you cannot use it, okay? Anytime you see a solid white line, you want to avoid going over that. Okay, it is considered a hazard. Here, so anticipation, okay? A lot of these guys, they don't like giving us way, and we gotta anticipate them, and we gotta try and guess what they're gonna try and do, okay? So anytime there's a car parked on the opposite side, so if there's a car parked on the right and it's parked up, we gotta anticipate that oncoming vehicles are likely to overtake that car and just carry on, okay? Anticipation and forward planning, okay? You gotta be very cautious whenever you're driving one of these, okay? Okay, nice and clear. Round, we can make that. Okay, so we want to come over to the left. General rule on roundabouts, yeah, you want to keep to the left. Okay, sometimes you want to be way over to the left, other times you just want to be slightly over to the left, but general rule, you want to keep to the left and stay to the left. The island up ahead. Okay, so when you get to this roundabout, a lot of HGV drivers like to use it, okay, especially the HGV driving schools, they do come around this way, and buses come around this way as well. So you want to make sure that no one's swinging it around, because they're going to come way into our lane and cause us problems, okay? So we want to be prepared for that. Okay, so it's clear. Let's take it. So again, on the approach to the roundabout, we want to keep to the right slightly. As we get onto the roundabout, we want to keep to the left. Okay, as you're driving, there's a lot of junctions, as you can see, yeah? So you want to check your mirrors quite a few times. You want to check your left mirror quite a bit on this island, yeah? Just to make sure no cars come flying through. Again, so we can't see on the right over here, okay? And there is a roundabout. We do give way to people on the right, so we need to make sure that's clear before we actually take it. Okay, so we got another island in the road, and there is a bend to the right, okay? So we want to come way over to the left. The road bends to the right. We want to make sure it's clear on the right, which it is. And there we go. Okay, so on the next island coming up is the Garage Green Island. This is a disgusting island, okay? McDonald's is just the way as well. This is a very, very busy roundabout, okay? Let's not block the junction on the left. It's a very busy roundabout. You gotta be very, very cautious as you come around here. And again, we want to start off, we're gonna turn left. We're gonna start off on the right, okay? Happy Days is clear. Everybody's at home having some fish and chips, yeah? We're on the road, okay? So very busy roundabout that is. You want to be very careful as you come around here. You want to make sure that it's absolutely clear before we head off. Do not want to rush. Again, do not rush this for nobody, okay? Don't go just because people are beeping at you behind you, and don't go, you know, thinking that the examiner is going to give you brownie points. Okay, it's not. Okay, you want to make sure that you're driving confidently but competently, as I like to say. Yeah, you will hear that a lot. You're going to hear that just as much as I say okay. Good go. Again, we got yellow bollards here. Yeah, so anytime it's a yellow bollard, it's an indication that either it's going to be a tight turning or the road's going to narrow slightly. Okay, okay, so as we've come to the end of our drive, we want to pull up on the left. So what we're going to do is indicate first. You don't have to tuck it in too much. Okay, we're going to block the lane off anyway. Okay, so once you've pulled up on the left, when apply your handbrake, cancel your signal. Okay, you don't want to put it in neutral because he's just going to ask you to move off when you're ready anyway. Okay, when you get back to the yard, then you can put it in neutral and blah blah blah. Okay, so what you want to do, you do not want to obviously park on zigzags, any double yellows, any red routes either. Okay, you want to make sure you're not blocking no driveways either. Okay, no gates, no entrances, no exits or anything like that. Okay, and again, when you do park up, a lot of you guys, what you like to do is just drag it along for some reason. I don't know why you're dragging it along. So once you find a safe spot, just pull up on the left, cancel your signal, handbrake on, cancel your signal, and it's good. Okay, you don't have to put it in neutral. Okay, so that's a basic introduction on how I teach and what we look out for and stuff like that. Okay, we will make videos. We are going to continuously make videos because there are different routes that we go on. So we will keep updated with the videos. And yeah, hope you enjoyed it and look out for part 2. Peace.